G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, it's all about my next gen Ranger. Roll the intro. So a lot of you guys have asked about or PM'd me on a lot of the Ranger pages and stuff like that, how I do certain things on the car, how I get wiring to places, how you get the center console apart, door skins apart. So since having the car for nearing on 3 years now, I was one of the first or one of the early ones to get the Ranger. And the day I got it, I brought it home, bought it in the shed here and ripped the thing apart. So this is just a whole heap of videos that I've taken over the last 3 years of how I've done certain things. A lot of them are Snapchats to mates and stuff like that. So I'll throw them all into this video and then I'll post this on the Ranger pages. So hopefully it answers a lot of the questions that you guys keep PMing me about. If you know, I don't have enough time in the day to be able to message you guys all back. So hopefully this does answer a lot of your questions, but thanks for watching, guys. Right, so for anyone with this stupid premium pack with these stupid switches, if you want to run all your lights and stuff, like this car here's got lights all the way around it, and a compressor and whatnot. If you want to run them all off the standard factory switches, this is the way I've worked out how to do it. So my auxiliary battery is just going to power up this 125 amp MIDI. I'll move it to the front. I'll normally make a plate here and put my MIDIs here. And then that relay there, which is number 8, that bad boy, goes in that location there, basically turns this box on. It's like the auxiliary power for that. If you just give power off the auxiliary battery to that bottom right hand pin there, you will then have, so that's playing part as my second battery at the moment. The ignition's off on this car, and I now have power to all my auxiliary switches that'll be run off my second battery. And as we're going to have left, right, rear and compressor working off all all 4 switches, sorry. So switch 3 and 4, I think it is, I'm going to de-pin it out of here. We'll just take the feed cable out of the relay, and I'm just going to run that down to my up to my lights, or to the relay, because I have to work out the amp draw on them to the amp draw of that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, if that's something that you're looking at doing, it is possible on a next gen Ranger with premium pack. So final product, that's the 125 amp MIDI fuse that's normally on here. That goes to here. I've just made a new cable up to the MIDI fuse. I'm powering it at the moment because I'm still waiting for custom lithium to send us the battery. And then gave that relay some power from the auxiliary. So at the moment, as you can see, the ignition is off. That's for the compressor. Left lights. And then if I turn the ignition on, turn a full battery, put the high beams on, and now have my light bar. Disconnecting the cables for the camera and whatnot on the mirrors. That one there, if you pull it down, you can then pull this out, and this one here, if you push him up, that'll release that plug and you can pull him out. Alright, driver's side next gen mirror. If you get your fingers under this corner here of the mirror, like so. Hold it and just firmly pull up. You'll be able to disconnect the heater element and that one there's your blind spot monitoring illumination thingy-maboggity. Now if you use a T10 Torx bit, you find these screws here, they've got little pink marks on them, so they've been quality tested, or that means they've been touched, torqued up in the factory. We also need to try and get him behind in here, get this grey cover off, or whatever colour it is on your car. This is a Wild Track, so it's grey. Sport will be grey. XLT will be colour coded. So, and then if you just shove him off like that. It's a bit hard, I'm filming on an iPhone, sorry. That's all I got. But it's just clipped on. Pull him off like so. Put him aside, don't need that. That cover there comes off, put him aside. Now, if you look, right there's a screw. If you actually come right down through the back here, it's a bit hard to see on camera, there is another screw down in there. So you grab a long extension with your T10 again. And then that will release the camera. Now if you just on here, on this aqua coloured thing, you'll just see the little electrical clip. If you push down on that, you'll be able to remove the camera, put that aside. Now these tabs here hold the camera in. If you just pull them to the side, that'll release the camera. Clearview provide you with these. This one has R on it somewhere, RH right end, and that mount there has R on it as well. Now, the way you do this, you'll see that this can only go on the plug one way because this little raised section and whatnot. So if you put him, like that, your plug will actually fit on it. That's why that's elongated, so your plug can sit down on it. If you do it the other way, or like that, you won't actually be able to get the plug on, and your camera will be the wrong way around. So you put him in, you can only go in one way here, like so. They provide you with some small stainless screws. You'll see that this is elongated. That would be my guess to why forward, so it needs to be calibrated. If you just set it in the middle, like I've done for the past week or so with my next gen that I've done, you will, I've not had a drama. Oops. No fault codes, no camera blur, no warnings. My cameras match up front to rear perfectly fine. So I'll just put him in, snug him down nice and tight. Not too tight, it is only plastic. On the passenger side, you'll find the outside ambient temp sensor sits in here. Same thing, it's just you pop it out and slide it into your new one. There you go, that's the piece there. You'll just slide it out of there. That's off the passenger window, and slide it into this new one on the passenger side and plug it all in. So I'll grab mine. This is the mirror. Search around, try and find the cable. Oh, I'm looking for the other one, it's not there. So as you'll see, you can only plug this in one way, like so. And then you'll see camera facing outward. So these bigger sections here, there's big and short ones. Big ones go into there, like so, and they just push down. Now go put your mirror back on and enjoy. Evening everyone. I see a lot of people asking about getting wiring from the cab into the tub. What I did on my car, and I'm doing again on this wild truck I'm building, there's a grommet here in each corner, one in this corner, one in the other corner. If you push that through, let it land on the ground, and then push it in from this side and just cut a slit in it, you can feed your wires through from this side and down, and then you can basically go across and up into the wheel well, so you're inside the skin of the tub, and send it back over the plastic liner into the control panel where everyone mounts all their switches and whatnot. And once you're outside there, just make sure you conduit it and heat shrink all your ends, and same as if you were running an Anderson plug under the car, just, you know, make it nice and sealed. For anyone wondering how to get this top center console up, pop this trim piece off from here. It just pulls up with some clips. Undo these 3 bolts here, 7mm socket you'll need. That drops this boot down off of this top trim, and then you can basically just pull this whole trim piece up and over the shifter and get to it. It's pretty simple. Alright, for those of you who keep asking about UHF installs, this is in a wild track. Cable tied it there. Some of the units you can actually fit down there, and you can velcro it or double-sided tape it to the inside wall, and you just run the cables down through here. If you take your glove box out, you can run it up through here along the top of the airbag, and then down, and you'll find your run start. You can plumb it into that, and there's an air start as well. And then I just do my pass through here, like a little GME pass through that bad boy there plugs into, and then when the lid's down you can't even see it. Next gen Ranger door skin, this is how you remove it. Just get under this trim piece, pull it off, a couple of steel and plastic clips on there, need a little bit of force. There's 2 Torx bits in there, and then 2 underneath. Then just support it with your knee, give it a yank, and pull it upwards. So up and over the seal, it's up there. So I'm trying to do this one-handed. And right here, you just grab that and pull it back. That'll unclip, and then just unclip your harness there. These are the rear speakers out of the Sport. It's kind of all as one, like the actual housing and the speaker, which is a little bit annoying, but if you get a screwdriver in here, you can pop this top bit up like that. Like that. pull that ring off. Then you'll see the speaker's actually glued inside. You stick your hand in from the back, you can just pop that glue out. Pull the speaker through. And then what I do is I cut this lip here off, cut all this out with the multi-tool, then you're left with just this housing that your 6-inch speaker can then sit in nicely. If you wanted to, you could resolder your wires to that, use the original connection, or drill a hole in the side and run your new cable through however you like. So I hope that's of some help to some of you guys. Quick rundown on the dust sealing of the Ranger. That hole there, you can actually see daylight straight through it. That side I've put a sponge on, same as I did in my PX. The hole is a lot bigger on this next gen than the PX Rangers. Silicone all along the front of the tub floor there. I'm going to make some steel plates for there. I've just expanded foamed it at the moment to double seal it. And then all up here, there's bolt holes. Some get used, some don't. And in this, all up here as well, if you follow that along, you'll see bolt holes. Go ahead and put bolts in all of them. And then same as all the way along the tub, you'll see holes everywhere. I've put little grommets in all of them. And it's got a thread in it. I'm going to put a bolt in. All along the front there where the tub liner bolts to, they're all holes. Same as along here, I've siliconed all along here because there's gaps. And there's even a gap down here, which I've siliconed both sides, because you'll get dust in there. My fridge mounts to them. And then as for the tailgate, I'll just put some of this from Bunno's and some of this from Bunno's. Sorry about the birds on the roof. Along this edge here. Some up the top, both sides. And siliconed these gaps here. Don't know how well that's going to last, but for now it'll do. Can't see any daylight through there anymore. I know Grunt 4x4 have just released a kit. I used their kit on my PX. It was okay, but not fantastic. You could probably do this twice over for the price of the Grunt kit. So yeah, that's how you dust seal the Ranger. As for tub liners, I don't like tub liners because dust does get in through all these holes and small rocks and water. Gets under the tub liner and will start to rub through and wear through the paint down the metal, and it will start to rust. I've seen it many times before. So my tub liner's over there, brand new. Wrap the line and all of this. Once this gets worn out, like my PX was absolutely hammered, quick pressure pack of the Raptor coat was about 80 bucks. Come up like brand new, put the tub liner back in. New owner's got the best of both worlds. Another quick little mod. Fitted a 4th airline up in the tub here. We put a retractable airline in. 10 meters long. Still got the ones in the guards there and the footsteps. Still got the one in the front there. And one in there. I've been using them in my shed for a while now. Another one over there. And they've been pretty good. The ratcheting system hasn't worked, so it hasn't failed me. They're about 40 bucks to buy. I'm just going to make a little standoff here so that it basically permanently sits there. And I'll just pull it through. So from here, the video is just a heap of different photos of 12 volt systems that I've done. I've done quite a few different types now in these next gen ranges, and I like to use the aux beam 8-gang switch array for people who don't have the premium packs, and I'm mounting them up by the sunglass holder, as well as my airbag mounts are up there, or my airbag controller. I have an in-cab controller, so I'll flick that up there as well as the way I run wiring through the firewall and up into the roof, and just a few other little mods I've done to the Ranger to try and help you guys out. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope this helps. Sorry, my roof lining's pretty grotty. Not long got back from a trip, but this is my airbag controller. It's just a Boss airbag kit, and turn the compressor on, pumps them up, and then you can come down on your right, down on your left, which makes it quite handy and easy to do at camp when you're setting up. And then next the aux beam 8-gang, which does all my lights and rock lights, turn the compressor on and everything, which is quite handy, which you'll see when I've mounted that behind the back seat.